screen and cleared in. They were taken down the elevator to level 2.
Walk in, all the bays are over here. This is a very vast complex.
Big place, huh?
Big place. The elevators are right here. There's 4 elevators. 3 and 4 are extremely security. There are no sentries down at 3 or 4. And the levels of 3 and 4, I don't know what goes on down there. I heard something about an E.B.E or E.B.E down there. I'm not too familiar with what it is, but as you get off the elevators, you get off, and this is level 2. You walk in. The bays are over here. They're all separated by like an automatic doors that open and close each bay. Walk down, there's 5 on each side. There's a hallway right there, and each of these bays have elevators. It'll bring them all the way to the top. It'll bring the whole floor all the way up with a hydraulic system. Now, as you walk down, there's a lot of machinery right here, which I have no recollection of what it does. I believe I've never been in that area. My job was to be a sentry for these 3 gates and up above in the level complex, and sometimes I would be walking down here escorting people. This is all machinery right here. This, I believe, is a computer. I believe it's like something that's preserving whatever, these gray humanoid people in here. This right here is shelving in a desk area. Is occupied with TV. There's a back hallway right here. I've never been back there. There's 4 snipers on duty at all times. I don't know. They have their own sleeping quarters.
This is a further sketch of living facilities in level 2. He was sketching the map of the layout of level 2, and he showed me their patrol area. They were not allowed to look around. He showed me where they slept and where they ate. And he said they were not allowed to talk except in front of the television or at the dining table. They were not allowed to talk to each other in the dormitory. There were audio pickups all over the place so they could be detected if they tried talking. He said we learned not to do it. Their food was catered in. They slept in the facility for 28 days, 4 hours on and 8 hours off around the clock. The place was popularly regarded as a museum internally. And he says, why all of this security and the expense of running it if it's only a museum? You say the security levels 1 and 2 have sentries, guards. But there's no guards below level 2. How?
Sentries aren't allowed down in guard. We guarded the elevators for 3 and 4. You have to have 3 keys, a thumbprint, and a retina print to get in.
3 keys?
3 keys.
3 keys, a thumbprint, and a retina.
And a retina print, which is like a
look at a
camcorder. Like you look in, and they stick their right eye up to it and their left thumb at the same time.
At the same time?
After they turn the keys, they stick the keys in, which is on a row, 2 inches below. And then they look. The doors were open. They get in. And I don't know where they go. I assume that there's 2 more levels below too. I could not be for sure, but I know there's 3 and 4. I don't know because there's 3 and 4 elevator.
They don't use magnetic cards?
No.
Keys are metal keys. It's like a house key.
Yes, just a regular house key. They go in. I heard in level 3 that they had what they call a E.B.E or an E.B.E, which Mr. Stevens described it a little bit better, but I don't know what it looks like. I never viewed it.
They said it was dead or alive?
They never said. Nobody never said. I just heard, through gossip talk sometimes you'd hear, as these guys were coming out of the elevator and stuff like that, you'd be sitting there at your post and they just, go on talking, you could hear what they're saying. about something about E.B.E, which is a biological video. So now, when you're in level 2, every once in a while, as I was saying before, that there's some screaming that is a part of a cross of a chimpanzee and I know it's not a chimpanzee. It sounds, I don't know how to really describe it. It's extremely blood curdling, I guess you would say. And it's like we went to Lear, does it?
The screaming, how would you describe it again?
Yeah, it's okay. It's a cross between a chimpanzee and maybe it's not kind of ridiculous, but an elephant. I mean, like how an elephant roars, but it's like he's got a vocal cord that's kicking. That's, you know what I mean? It's. I never want to hear it again. I mean.
And you hear that on level 2. And
You hear that on level 2 if you're down there long enough during the day, during working hours, during when the people are down there. But there's always 10 to 12 people down there in level 3 and 4. It seems like they would have a better system of knocking out these games. I don't know if it's just the extremely high octaves of what they are working on or what they're doing.
He told me his name was Connor Orion, and I didn't question it at the time. Saw 7 ships stored at level 2 of S4. 3 of them were identical, and the rest were all different from all the others. I remembered Bob Lazar saying that he saw 9 bays in a row and different craft in each bay. They were not allowed to look directly at the cadavers pickled in vertical cylinders. There's about 5 or 6 of them on one side, and they weren't allowed to look directly at the craft in the 7 of the bays available there. He said it looked like all the craft were stored on separate mobile bays that could be rolled out and down to a big elevator, like a carrier elevator, that took them to level 1 where they could be taken outside. And he knew that they always had to wait when they got to level 1 until all the Russian satellites were below the horizon.